This week's safety toolbox is on fire watch guidelines. In your OSHA 30 hour, some of the mandations of teachings is subpart F, fire prevention and protection. And in that subpart of the 1926 construction standards is fire protection, hot work, guidelines for hot work. If you know that you're going to be burning and welding and brazing and soldering, grinding metal with sparks, chop saws, cutting rebar with sparks, and you're in the vicinity of construction materials, the public, enclosed in an occupied building, what are the guidelines for fire watch? Because we're all supposed to know this through our training. And then how do I know as a general contractor that you're doing this type of hot work on my project unless you do an orientation with me and understand that I require and that you're supposed to fill out a hot work permit the morning of and turn it in at the end of the day that you're complete. Now, when I'm doing hot work in a building, typically that's a two-man operation. I'm doing the work, I have a co-worker doing a fire watch to make sure that nothing in the vicinity goes ablaze. I'm supposed to move my combustibles 35 feet away from my application of task of scope. I should have a fire extinguisher within 25 feet. All of these things are written in the OSHA standards, and they need to be applied. Now, I have a fire extinguisher within 25 feet, and I have a small ambient fire. Absolutely, pull that pin, squeeze the handle, and sweep side to side with that fire extinguisher and put it out. On the other hand, if we end up with a larger fire that could be too risky to put out, let's get our tradesmen and people out of the vicinity and let's call in the fire department simply by calling 911 and protecting ourselves and our people around us. In the safety manual, Berglund Safety Manual on pages 64 and 65, we have policy written and procedures to help guide us through hot work applications on our projects. And then in the back in Appendix A on page 113, we have our checklist. So this week, let's talk a little bit with all of our tradesmen on our projects about fire watch guidelines, communication of what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, and then again, a 1 hour fire watch, Berglund policy, but if it's a historical landmark, we have written in policy a 2 hour fire watch. Let's be careful out there. Let's have a safe week. Thank you.